I mean, we gotta go to the engineering bay, I guess, and take a look at how long this is gonna take to repair this shit. I don't think it actually matters their positioning for this. 1 and 3. All right, so we're gonna get 2 more days of modifications. We might be able to get that laser in the hunchback. Okay. There's no way that's intended game mechanic. You might be able to turn them off, but why don't they default off if they behave that way? And also, as a new player, how the hell do you know what that's going to be? And is that even a nuke? That doesn't sound like a nuke. Is the archer a nuke? I have no idea. So none of that makes any sense from a new player starting this game. Okay, what can we do next? We want another pirate mission if possible. None there. Key personnel is a pirate mission. Wait, how did our reputation with the local pirate organization go to full? Didn't we just kill them? Weren't they super low a second ago? It's the next tier. Oh, there's tiers of it. So we're like in like super hostile area. I see. Okay. So we're gonna tank that further. That's fine. All right. This might be a good one to do though. We got a couple days before we can do it because our mechs are being repaired. When is there is something to be worried about though, which is the escalation. Escalation appears in 2 days. We may not wish to run 1.5 star missions after escalation if this is what it sounds like it is. Let's give it 1 day. Okay, one of the mechs was repaired. Escalation in 1 day. Minus tech penalty has gone away. That's good. Okay, let's go ahead and modify our hunchback. Presumably hunchback is what we want to do next, since we're making room for another laser. And then adding a little bit more armor. Like that, I think. That's 2 days. What was their timing on the other one? I think it was about 2 days, wasn't it? It's pretty easy changes. Let's double check. It was 2 days. Okay, we can do that. Get the mech up to par. Oops. No, I don't want to confirm. I didn't cancel it. It just... Wait, what? Is going on? Okay. All right, sold. 2 days. Okay.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
All right, back to the Argo. Run 2 days. Enemy noted. Enemy escalation. Okay. All right. All right. Let me give you the feedback from the dev here. You have installed nuclear weapons. They are not meant for serious play, semi-serious, but what did you expect when you clicked the install option that says nuclear weapons? I expected that it wasn't a troll option. So how do I turn it off? If that's nukes, and that's a semi-serious option that, why would you have an option for a new player that it's so game-changing and so useless? All right, how do I turn that off? Probably can mess with it here, right? These are default options. I didn't turn it on. It's an option to install only. So all game we're going to be playing with that? That's so fucking painful. I don't want to restart 4 days of progress because the devs have included a troll option that... Like, what am I supposed to do about that? I'm not even sure I have this on. Where is that option? Okay. Oh, it's an install option, so it's not even here. So it's something I clicked on the fucking install. I won't lose campaign progress. I just have to reinstall the mod with that off. Is that correct? Oh, that's fine. If we just have to reinstall the mod took a couple minutes to install. Nukes are not defaults. And no, that was a nuke, she says. Chat. That's not going to be a fun thing to have. I wonder if I can do the install on screen. Could. All right. Well, we don't want to... Whatever that was totally stupid. Totally not fun. Nukes are a troll option. Okay. All right. Let's... So, okay, what was the install process for this? There's 2 portions. So if I reinstall this mod, chat, do I have to uninstall the community pack too? So there's 2 portions to this, right? It's the community asset bundle and the actual Roguetech install. I know there's like a clean install when you fire up the Roguetech install. It lets you save from clean. But does that mean I have to back up the save from that? Or does it mean, and do I have to remove the cab or not? Cab took a while too. When I installed it, it was like a couple minute install, I think. All right, so that's really dumb. Okay. Can rerun the RT.exe and the cab? Have to reinstall both. Okay. All right. Well, let's back the file up somewhere too. I don't know where. Anyone know where the Roguetech default save files are? Are they actually in the Steam folder, or does it put it in like the user folder, like Battle Brothers does? Let's go dig for that. Okay. Okay. All right. Where's common files? Steam. Oops, that's not what I'm looking for. What am I looking for? Steam. There we go. Steam apps. Common. Battletech. Mod saves. Bigger drops. These files are not the... I think mod saves is actually that. Roguetech saves. There they are. Local. Nope. Marketing settings local. Not there either. Well, the 2 things so far that have save in them are not actually saves that I can tell. Where are the actual saves in this, chat? All right. Let's try the users folder. Documents, my games, Battletech, mods, HBS. Don't see it in there either. Chat, I'm really worried that if we reinstall this, it's going to delete the fucking save. The RT saves are kept in your Battletech Roguetech saves folder. Yeah, we're there right now in the Roguetech saves folder. Got cloud and local. When I go into local, it's another folder, and then there's 2 saves in there that are not the names of the saves that we have. It's marketing.save, and settings.local.save, neither of which are both very small files, and neither of which are actually the names of the save files we have. They're not removed? Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if there was a warning message when I enabled that or not. We're going to see this time around. But as a new player, I had no idea what a nuke was. I just assumed it was a portion of the game. So installing it was an optional component, was the same as installing the optional components that were based on what DLC I had, was my understanding when I installed it. But let's do this again. So let's dig up the Roguetech install from this. And deep modified Roguetech 79. Okay, that looks like the Roguetech install. And where's the community asset bundle? No, chat, I'm annoyed by that. Like, anyways, I don't worry about it too much. Might have to re-download. I don't want to re-download. That was a huge download. It was like a... Oh, there's a community asset bundle. Okay, we've got that too. All right, so let's start from here then. Let's go ahead and do the Roguetech install. Let's run that as an admin. Run as admin, go. Okay. I think it would prompt me for a clean install. All right, next. Requires cab, but you've been supposed to install cab after. Sure. Accept the agreement. Yes to this location. All right. I wonder if I can stream this. Hold on. Maybe. Let's display capture real quick. There you go. All right, options for this. What are we looking at? So we did the offline version. We did the difficulty by company rating, scales with your power level, good. We did randomized battle spawns, good. We did the DLC modules, Flashpoint, Urban Warfare. Select which error units to enable, seems fine. Hero units, sure. Optimal mods and components. Yes. Protomechs, sure. Except I think I just clicked this whole group. Super Heavies, Elite Pilots, Republic Institute of Strategic Combat, Pirate Tech units, Heavy Artillery units, Experimental Weapons, Drones, Nuclear Weapon Carriers apparently is the one that I didn't want. There's no fucking warning here, and it's in like 25 others. Are there other ones in this long list of things that I shouldn't be installing because they just break the game and are in fact troll options? Anyone? Do we know? It's not a troll option. Sure looked like a troll option. 2 things have happened to me, right? The first was it killed my entire team from a friendly missing and hitting me. And the second was it destroyed the entire opposing team with a single hit. That seems like a pretty troll option. Turn off artillery? How do I know, chat? As a player who has no background in lore, what does any of this shit mean to me? My thought was this is just added complexity, which is interesting. Arrow 4 is artillery. Artillery is troll. What else do I turn off here? Get used to that kind of effect. Really? Get used to one hit on your entire team or the opposing entire enemy team? Can't I hover? Nope. You would disable risk and elites. More troll options? Elite pilots and mechs. Why am I disabling this? And what is risk? Proto Looted Clan, Urban Apocalypse, Super Heavies, Republic Institute of Strategic Combat. probably a risk, huh? All right. Anything else I need to disable because it will make the game entirely not fun? Heavy artillery is there. But that wasn't heavy artillery. That was a nuke. I mean, that was a mech that shot that. Level 426 disabled too. See, but okay, but as a player installing this game, I have no understanding what I've just turned off or turned on. Doesn't the wiki explain all this? Maybe I'm not reading the wiki then. Maybe that's it. Oh, look. That's what the wiki is for. All right, let's go read the wiki on this chat. We can do that. Official Roguetech wiki. Sure. Online experience, installation, beginner's guides, installation. Other optional mods. Okay. An optional Flashpoint mod set in the Nebula, California. Okay. A new set of opponents and challenges designed to make the life of your mech warriors a little bit more fun included our elite pilots, new lance subtypes, and custom mechs, and a challenging set of duels. That seems good. Experimental weapons, collection of custom mechs and weapons, not really lore canon, balance for standard Roguetech, seems fine. Heavy artillery units, add in lore and custom units with Arrow 4 cruise missiles and artillery weapons. Nasty mid to late game units. Okay, well this was neither mid to late game, nor thought it was a nuke. Sure. But I'm supposed to turn that off. Nothing here would tell me as a player reading this to turn that off. Mission control, non-cannon units, nuclear weapon carries. Nuclear weapon carriers, legendary. Mechs and vehicles armed with lootable nuclear warheads. Also doesn't tell me as a new player that that is a one-hit mechanic, that either one hits the enemy or one hits your team and ends your campaign. Yeah, reading the wiki here, chat. So I don't mind being told to read the fucking manual. I kind of agree with that sentiment in general. But reading this manual didn't actually let me make a decision about that as a new player. What do I expect a nuke to be? Okay, don't do this. This is ambush all over again, right? This is the idea that because we're playing a game, the game rules translate directly to real life rules and vice versa, right? What do I expect the nuke to be? I expect the nuke to be a balanced component of the game I'm playing. That's what I expect the nuke to be, right? Like I don't know how to answer that better. I expect it to be a part of the game that you play with, right? How do you play with that, Lady Electo? I'm very interested in that. When my allied unit one-shots my team from behind with a friendly fire nuclear missile, what do I play with that? Like as a new player who doesn't have the lore to understand that apparently that just ends the game and you restart. Like I really, really think that is, if you want to double down on the idea that that is a rational thing for people to engage with, I think, I don't know where to go with that. New players should just use the default setting. Pretty sure the default setting doesn't include things like DLC modules. All right. So these are the ones I should uninstall. Okay. I'll buy it. Are there, no, let me just do one more thing. Are there any other mechanics like that I haven't disabled right now? One-shot mechanics for, I don't really mind cockpit one-shots. That's going to happen from time to time. I think that's part of the game. But one-shotting the entire team and having to restart after 4 days of playing seems pretty stupid. There are no other one-shit mechanics? Freudian slip? Sure. Okay, good. Then let's move on. You have to remove the mod folder on the next step. Sure. You have to remove mods folder on next step. Yeah, I want to do a fresh install, which I think it does here. Okay. All right. First time install auto encode. I don't know what this means, but we'll say yes. Clean previous install. Yes. Remove skirmish saves in game settings. No. Okay. Done. Do not click Unicode fix. Okay. All right. Done. All right. Disabled 200-ton mechs. They have a railgun which can deal like 400 damage equals one shot. Sounds terrifying. Yeah, it sounds terrifying and maybe something we can play around. The mid to late game mission 3 nuke one-shots are not something I really think we want to do here. All right, I have all these. Shouldn't need to do that. All right, let's go ahead and install the community asset pack. Does that need to be reinstalled? I'm just going to reinstall it. I just assume it probably does. Okay. Yeah. All right, and the asset bundle is actually here. So this is okay. It's still there. Do I really need to reinstall that, chat? It's actually still in the folder already. And if it's just a library, like, oh, but it was an actual install. Do I need to uninstall it then? No, we didn't delete the save. I wonder if I can just reinstall it. Presumably yes, probably overwrites the locations. Okay, we'll just do that again. That's fine. All right. If you deleted the mod folders. I didn't manually delete anything. I let the installer do what it said it was going to do, which was wipe the stuff for a clean install, which is what the recommended, I believe, has been for this, right? Okay. All right. So we'll extract this here and install. Okay. Okay. We can reinstall cab. It's fine. We'll do that right now. I am doing that right now. All right, community asset bundle, go. I accept the agreement. Yep. All right. Yeah. The more idiot proof you can do with that stuff, the better. For sure. And I freely admit to preferring idiot proof stuff when I'm installing mods. Freely admit to that. All right, but I am excited to remove one-shot mechanic for entire teams based entirely on RNG. It seems good to have that out of my game. Maybe we'll stop having missions where our teammates just play the mission for us, or where our teammates eliminate us from behind and end our campaign. Yeah. To be honest, you disabled Dark Ages. Well, I don't want to reinstall this every third time. I went through the assets with Lady Electo in channel here, suggesting that. I'd like to take the recommended setting suggestions. So. No one who plays Battletech likes the Dark Ages. All right. But as a new player, I don't have any lore here, so all I can do is read the tooltips. The tooltips in the wiki, none of which actually explain any of that in a way that makes any sort of decision there. Would I like to have endgame high-powered enemies? Yes. Would I like to have a system that challenges you in terms of the strategy element for acquiring new technologies? Yeah, sure. Would I like experimental units? Sure. Do I like non-lore stuff? I don't know any of the lore, so sure. Like, all of that seems useful. Like, or rather, it sounds like it adds to the experience of an overhaul mod. So I don't know. I don't have any position to come to a conclusion that I don't want those, except when I see something like that mechanic. Am I looking forward to Iron Harvest? Yeah, I am. All right, so install is like 90% done, and then we'll get the game up and running again, see if it will load. All right, community asset mod installed. Mod installed. We haven't updated the game, so it's still the base, or it's still the 1.7 or whatever it was that needed the install, so we should be able to launch from here. Let's see. Also, don't mind weapon systems that are better or worse than others as you play around with them, especially weapon systems that are situational. Those make for really nice things, right? Like good in this situation, not good in this situation. Part of the player skill level then is manipulating the situation to reflect where your weapons are going to be good at. But I don't know what the fuck you do with a weapon that's available on the second mission that wipes out an entire lance and then ends the mission. I don't quite know what you do to deal with that. Every weapon has a use or a niche. What's the use of the nuclear missile launcher? I mean, I saw it. To make hilarious clips. Could buy that. Oh shit! We should have changed the naming scheme here for pilots. So well. All right. Let's get our game up. Still there. Okay. Chat, keep the personal insults to a minimum, please. We do have moderators. Who cares, dude? If you don't like it, don't play it. But who are you to tell people what to like? I'm working through the rationale of ever including that. All right. Let's see where we are. Well, I mean, the end result of that was fairly positive. We took it out of the game and got a free mission kill out of that, which is kind of busted. But, oh well. Yep. Make them wear the hats too, Xanadu, if you put them in timeout. The dunce hats. Right. So mechs are repaired. A couple of our pilots are fatigued, which is great. We can use the other pilots. 2 days on our next Argo upgrade. Let's take a look at our finances at 521, but presumably going to run another mission here in a minute. And 11 days we have to pay off. The difficulty just got increased, I guess. So we'll have to deal with that, preferably by taking a weaker mission, but may not. Oops, shit, not that one. Okay.
Hey, Commander, pull up a chair.
All right. These missions have changed. I don't know if that was the reload that did it or the reinstall, but these are different. They're for like completely different factions too. Whatever faction we were building all that progress with seems to have disappeared. This is now a Comstar system, I guess. Okay. That might be something we can work with, since a number of the systems are here. But I want to now look at that. What system are we considered in out of that? Okay. Navigation. Where are we?
All decks report normal activity.
We're currently in Oliver. which is now system owner of the Lyran Commonwealth. It wasn't last time. Previously, the Federated Suns owned this system when we were here before the load. So that's changed with the reinstall. Okay. Well, I'm glad we weren't tanking our Lyrian Suns reputation. Where do I see rep? There. Okay. Yeah, I did the same thing, Sir Orange. We've since stopped doing that. Alright. Reputation scale indifferent. I thought we'd work towards that a little bit. So, pirate organization is hated. Where are the other ones we've done work with? So all of these are indifferent, but we've done some mission. Does this mean all the rep we've done so far is not been recorded? I was kind of expecting one of these to be up a little bit, or does it just mean we haven't done enough missions to make an impact on any of these? Any reason why Filthy is playing with the randomized spawn option? I assumed that meant that it was more replayability. Didn't realize it meant that shit's gonna suck. Alright. Let's look at these then. Maybe some 1-stars. Payroll seizure was versus Draconis Combine. Don't really want to do that. Aggressive negotiations versus the Commonwealth. Definitely don't want that. Key personnel versus the Commonwealth. Don't want that. Insurgent. I'm a little concerned that the difficulty increase makes these missions that are already on the border of what we can do not doable. So let's look at finding a pirate target or that's a reputation we maybe could burn. Free Worlds League. Last mech standing against Free Worlds League. Letter of this versus Comstar. Holovid versus Lyran. So there's no pirate targets here anymore. So we're tanking rep on one of these factions. We've already done missions for these guys. I don't know if that carried over from the save or not. So we'll assume. We'll assume that we want to keep going with them. 1-star. These pay rates are pretty shit on all of these. 3 of 13 maybe comes out to something. And who is this versus? Free Worlds League there, and versus, I don't want to piss off Draconis Combine quite yet. I have no idea how to make sense of which of these we want to hate or not hate, so let's start with Contested Will. I like the name of the opponent less. Done. Okay. Alright, we have people. We have our target. We're going to take the max salvage on this for 3 of 13. We've got our max fatigued pilots we can get rid of for now. And run out who we're running. This is our other officer. Let's bring him there. Tactician and multi-target. Okay. We do have 5 unfatigued pilots. The map would show. Do we want to look at the map and try to make sense of that in that sense? Maybe. What are yellows and reds? Somewhere to explain this. Low resources. Perhaps. Could look that up. I'm not going to worry about that resistance though. I want to do the mission. I'll run this out. Okay. We were doing... Which one were we doing? This one? Is it Contested Will? 313. Sounds right. Okay. Filthy, what faction do you feel more aligned with in Battletech? Well, I don't have any lore background in this game whatsoever, so my alignment seems to be totally irrelevant to any of this because I don't have any background in it. All right, let's see what the upcrease in damage does. Yeah, the one with nukes is probably the right answer to that for sure. Okay, we have two, these are both tacticians. Do we have an ace pilot available? We do, one ace pilot. And do we have our guy who kicks people available? We do not. 5 of our, okay. And are all of our pilots that we're gonna be bringing trained? 3,400 floating around there. 3,400 here. 13 here. 17 here. I think we are fairly trained here. This guy might not be. Gunnery and piloting. +2 initiative, reduce hesitation. I think we're okay right now. Let's try specializing in 1.5 tracks. Okay. All right. Okay, do we have a 6 in tactics, 5 in tactics, 3 in tactics, 3 in tactics, 3 in tactics. We have 5 available right now. Want to level the people who are already doing things. This is no penalty for delaying or less of a penalty for delaying. And we have an ace pilot or no? Do indeed ace pilot. Move and shoot's been really nice in the Panther, but also really nice in the line holder. Let's grab that there. And probably need some experience here. I hate that we're not running tactics on the sensor boat, but might just have to run what we can for this. Okay, let's walk with this. I still play team fight stack tactics. I do not. All right, I'm gonna launch this. Quick break as this loads in. I'm back in a second.
Command interface initiated.
How's it going? On it. Ready for orders. Confirmed. Ready to rock. Orders. Commander. Firing jump jet. Skipper. Double time, let's go. Commander. I am the wind. Yeah. Position confirmed. Good to go. Definitely. Yes, Commander. Confirmed. Standing by. Yup. Acknowledge. Waiting for orders. Receiving you. Confirmed. I got you. What do you need? Roger.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
All right. Got some food in me. So we knew there's going to be some sort of ambush from here. Took my time walking into there, but the ambush, of course, is behind us, apparently. So all my guys are facing the wrong way in the wrong position. So be it. Next time we know to play the mission, we'll know.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Allies are in the way, which is great. They can maybe absorb a bunch of that for us. Meanwhile, let's get moving. Back that way. Gonna be elevated relative to us. I'd like to get my friendlies in our electronic warfare, but may not be able to. All right.
Firing jump jet. Ready to rock.
Not going to be a very good turn for us.
Stand forward.
But stay near our ECM shield. Reposition, try to get our sensor mech in range.
Let's do this.
We can.
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah, fattest pigeon might do that too, but sometimes it helps. Some large allies here. Some much bigger mechs than we have.
Aye, aye.
I don't want to be firing uphill. I think we're going to want to eventually be moving this way.
Roger that.
Ah. Oh, lady, by the way, the performance suggestions in the wiki were pretty good overall. I feel like we got a pretty decent performance increase, even though I wasn't willing to use all of them. All right.
boss.
Let's move up here. This is our scouting mech. Would like to get in range to scout them. That seems fine. Hits 3 of their 4. Does that change anything? It's 2. Actually, we're missing some. Place I'd most likely, I don't know. Do we want to walk into no cover and just fortify there and call it a day? To get them all? This is at least some LOS blockage. Hey, Muddy Rai. Happy New Year to you as well, man. Alright. I'd like to see what we're working with. But this is pretty early days in the round. I think we really don't want to just run our most vulnerable mech too far up. We can try to take off this first target first.
Skipper.
This guy is definitely going to reserve down for now. Okay. Doesn't Paradox publish as well as develop? And aren't EU4 and CK2? I actually don't really know who actually develops CK2. But this one is just published by Paradox. Could also reserve down here. This is our ace pilot though, right? Yeah. Probably want to be there then. Could actually get some shots with this. What are our accuracy? 0.9 percenters.
I'm going.
Alright, our last guy for the round, besides the one I reserved. Dropship is inbound, okay. We don't want to stick our guys there. Kind of want to get over here for this guy. Probably, although I don't really want to leave our E-War protection. Jumping into there next turn is something too. So if we want to just maybe move in this way. Seems reasonable.
On my way.
Depends if they're going to like jump down next to us and shoot the back. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty big hit. Whatever the hell that was. How would I compare Battletech to Battle Brothers? I probably wouldn't. Unless you're acting like, how good is the game? And we're too early into this mod to get any sense. The base game of Battletech was very fun, but way too easy and kind of short, and felt like there was a bunch of systems we weren't really playing that we could have been playing with, like the whole mercenary thing. So I'm kind of hoping this mod is Long War to the Battletech universe, but we'll see. Might have been a normal Arrow 4. Okay. They don't seem to want to be moving in towards us, but they're also not taking shots on us, so be it. This is the end of this round. I want to get this guy closer. Also don't want to be in LOS though. Depends how many more contacts there's going to be.
Lift it off.
That clip was not of me dying. That clip was of the entire opposing team dying, which is just as bad. All right, we kind of want to get this guy in there. We can do that from here. A sprint with coverage. I think we're going to open with that. All right. E-War package in. And go. Take this location. No LOS though. Kind of expecting to have LOS from there. Blocked LOS on a weak terrain that we just would jump jet to. Seems like a good way to get knocked down and killed. Can miss move and rocket. Pretty unexcited by non-direct LRMs though. Would like to get the protective E-War in on everybody too. This might be a jump and fortify kind of day. Any LOS for shots? No. All right.
Skipper,
We're gonna reserve here.
I got you.
Allies doing a shit ton of work here. I mean, it makes sense. The allies are much heavier mechs than we are. Firemen. I don't actually. I think the Shadowhawks are 55s, but I don't actually recall, honestly. And presumably this is only the first wave, I assume, because it's so light. And this is after escalation. Although escalation maybe isn't difficulty. Maybe it's like world difficulty, like in the escalation of the war. I'm not sure yet. Okay, here they come. Escalation was borked in this release. Okay. So I can just ignore escalation then? Chose this mission in part because I was giving the escalation notifier the respect that I thought it needed to be. Alright. I think we're gonna go for a kill on this urban mech. Alright.
Confirmed.
Let's get in here.